Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. How are you? We are here to discuss the latest immigration news. And we're here to answer questions as well. Hello, how are you? We are here to discuss the latest immigration news. Yes, let me know in the comments. How are you? How are you? How are you doing, Bijoux? I'm good. How are you? Family entertainment. So we want to talk about the latest immigration news, and we want to take questions. If you have a question, you can just put it in the comment section. Okay. So what is going on? The first news is that um, the Supreme Court has terminated parole programs. Okay. For Cuban, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela. It's over. Okay. It's done. Robertson Entertainment. Hi. Hi, Robertson. Oh, that's your name. Okay. Anyway, so let me just share my screen so we can get started. Share the screen here. Okay. Yeah. On Friday, May 30th, the Supreme Court, which was yesterday, granted the Trump administration request to pause the April 15 order issued by the U.S. Court of Massachusetts, okay, to pause the administration parole program. But anyway, they terminated parole. That's basically the story. And here, just give you the background of parole when Biden was in power. That's when they came up with parole. I want to see anything else. Yeah. Supreme Court of the United States allow DHS to terminate a parole program pending federal litigation. So, but for now, it's over. Yeah, I just want to see. I just want to see here about the latest immigration news. Okay, immigration arrests in courthouses have become the new deportation tool. I had a person who called me yesterday about, they apply for asylum and their case is already referred to court. The case, if you haven't been here for 2 years, for more than 2 years, or maybe just like a little bit over 2 years, around those 3 years, They're just sending cases to court directly so that they can terminate. They can basically dismiss those cases and place people in expedited removal. That's what's happening. Okay. White House pressure for increased immigration arrests. They want to arrest a lot of people. They say our ICE official ousted amid demand for more immigrant arrests. Yeah, I'm just reading over. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing first of all here, then go back to find out if we have more news. The major one is the parole. The parole program that Biden created, it's over. Okay. That's the major breaking news. And as far as student visas are concerned, this administration stopped processing student visas. It's on pause. This one says that, yeah, because they want to expand screening and social media vetting for visa applicants. When it comes to student, international student visa, those F1, including J1, M1 applicants, um, basically their applications are now on pause. So until further notice. Okay, that's the second news. Let's see if we have another one. I want to see if we have something else on another website. So first of all, we have two major news, right? We have the first one, parole programs for Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela has been terminated. The parole program. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we have international student visas are on pause. F1, J1, M1 on pause. They're not processing those visas because they want to go uh, like in details in terms of vetting because of social medias. They want to know those people political ideologies. It comes down to politics basically. I want to see what else we have here. Those are the two major news. Want to see here. Then I'm going to go on the USCIS website. Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen for this one. Oh, okay. Okay, we have news here. We have questions here. Let me answer some questions. I want to see if okay. Let me answer some questions. If the person had an adjustment pending, they will process it accordingly. Of course, right? They have to process it accordingly. Auntie Ahaba, hello, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Oh, the same question. Yeah, they'll process the adjustment of status. So they should do it. I don't think anything preventing them from doing it, except for asylees. Those are the adjustment of status applications that are still on pause. But everybody else, they're still processing those applications. That's what I think, right? That's what we know. I feel like my lightning is not good. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. I feel like my lightning is not good. Anyway, so yeah, they're still processing those applications. Let me share my screen again so we can go deeper into those immigration news. Okay. As I was saying, okay, the Department of State announces new visa restriction policy for foreign nationals responsible for censorship of protected expression in the United States. Um, Basically, the policy states that it is unacceptable for foreign officials to issue or tweet an arrest warrant on U.S. citizen or U.S. resident for social media posts on American platform while physically present on U.S. soil. Okay, or to demand the American tech platforms adopt global content moderation policies. Yeah, as I was saying, when it comes to international students, they want to do more vetting. Those applications are on pause. F1, J1, M1 on pause. What else we have here? ICE is using automated license plate reader cameras for immigration enforcement via state local police. So basically, they're using they check. Basically, they're collaborating with the local police to enforce immigration policies, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. DHS blocks Harvard from enrolling international student. Again, international student visa are on pause. This one even went to court. Yeah. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, let's see if I have something else on USCIS website. USCIS website. Indian national pleads guilty to visa fraud and conspiracy. Those news, I think I talked about those last time, but anyway, so I can still share my screen. Yeah, if you have a question, meanwhile, just put in the comment. We're just going over, latest immigration news. But if you have a question, you can just put it in the comments so I can, try to answer those questions. We're Yeah, if you have a question, just please put it in the comment section. Okay, I'm just trying to answer those questions and go over those latest immigration news. I guess those other news we already talked about, but sometimes you just want to reiterate so people can make sure okay, we have here, it says international pleads guilty to visa fraud conspiracy. Mumbai Patel pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to commit visa fraud. or basically the guy staged armed robberies. Um, yeah, basically he staged that himself so that he can get visa to become a victim, and then so that he can get a U visa. But he got caught. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, but anyway, and then we have some other news. We talked about uh, on my last video, citizen of India unlawfully living in Western Virginia plead guilty in marriage fraud. This marriage fraud, once you plead guilty, it's over, right? There's no waiver available for that. Marriage fraud is pretty much something not to do because there's no waiver. Um, to marry a U.S. citizen for $10,000 so he could apply for lawful permanent status. Was living in White Spring. Yeah, those are the things to avoid: marriage fraud, frivolous asylum claim, um, marriage fraud, frivolous asylum claim, falsely claiming U.S. citizenship. Those are the things, immigration offenses that you have to avoid because there's no waiver available for those such things. So, Maryland sentenced to federal prison for visa fraud. Yeah, those things back in the day, they will not like take you to court for marriage fraud, but now you might end up in prison. Back in the day, they just deny your application. That's it. Nowadays, they could have done it too, but they usually didn't do it. But now it's serious in terms of end up going to jail as well. This is for labor trafficking. So basically, if the if the application is not valid, it's going to result in some type of investigation, and the person can end up in court or in jail, federal prison. I guess that's those are the latest immigration news. We don't have questions. If we don't have questions, yeah, I guess that's it for me. I came here for questions. If we don't have questions, I guess that's it. Yeah, if we don't have questions, you should just hang up and call it a day. Hmm. Sometimes those applications take forever. We've been waiting for some application till today. We don't have a response. I just want to check the processing time for I-140. No, I-130. Those I-130, if you look here, it's saying 53 months. That's a long time. Oh, all service center says 17. Okay, let me see first of all if someone apply in June. Oh, wow. I just have to forget about those. Okay, we have questions here. Yeah, you should file another, the spouse has to file a new petition. Yeah, the spouse has to file a new petition. You can't transfer that. You don't, it doesn't work like that. The file has to, the spouse is gonna have to file new petitions. Hello, please, any update about new rules? Well, it's not effective yet. The law passed the House, so it hasn't passed the Senate yet. So it's not, I didn't hear any new update. Yeah, there's no date yet. Yes, that one is still on pause. Yeah, it's still on pause. I didn't hear anything like new going on. Still on pause. There's a list of sanctuary. So if you wanna know, let's see this. I saw the list of sanctuary states. Every state has, let's see Maryland, what cities there. Wow. Yes, this is crazy. Do that. Yeah, I don't think anything. They'll keep sending it until one day they will decide on your case. They'll keep sending it until they decide on the case. Yeah, I have a case of 2021 until today. They haven't decided yet. So sometimes I wonder, like, when are they gonna decide? I keep emailing them. I'm like, you know what? I just left it alone until they'll decide. Because what are they gonna do? And it looks like my client doesn't even want them to decide because I told him to reach out to the congressman office, but he's not doing anything. So looks looks like he doesn't want them to decide anyway. He's better off with a case pending than decided, I guess, because that case hasn't been decided until today. So, in other words, they will keep sending the prima facie until they decide the case. When are they going to decide? I don't know. That's something you just have to wait. Eventually, they'll decide. Yeah, hold on. Who else has that? Going 2 years. Yeah, they'll keep sending it, They keep sending it. Eventually one day they'll decide. Those vow application takes like almost 4 years. So some people application get resolved early sooner. Some people just have to wait for the entire time. So yeah, you just wait. That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to find out if there was another news. I don't see any other news. Those two major news. We have parole program for Haiti, uh, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela. It's over. Then we have student visas are on pause. And what else we have? They're sending people in expedite removal if you haven't been here for more than, actually, they're going between 1 year and 3 years. That's a gap. All those cases are being referred to courts and they're being dismissed so that the person can be placed in expedite removal. Then what else we have going on? Then we have, you know, the tracking uh, plates, vehicle plates, so that they can identify undocumented immigrants, stuff like that. So, in other words, the deportation is still going on. They want a lot of people, but they can't really find those people. So, I guess that's why they're trying to come up with a lot of strategies and stuff like that. But, do you think I'll get for more than 6 months this time? Oh, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. The last one I had for my client was for 1 year. The prima facie was for 1 year, but I don't know what they'll do. Okay, so we don't really have a lot of news. So I just talked about the one that I was supposed to talk about, and we don't have a lot of questions. I think I'm just gonna stop here for today. Then resume probably Monday or Tuesday in the morning. I guess in the morning we have more people. Sometimes when I do in the evening we have people. Sometimes when I do in the morning, yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with morning. Morning around 10, I feel like we have a lot of people. Okay.